really don't appreciate shit.
When will men learn to take a fucking hint?
I don't trust a man who doesn't have any desire to lock down a good woman.
Worst things a man can do is get yourself stuck with a broke ass chick.
Why are more people staying single even when many still want relationships? And what happens when more men decide dating and marriage simply aren't worth the effort? Is this temporary, or are we watching a deeper change in relationships? Stay with us until the end, because the reasons behind this shift are more complicated than they seem.
Men don't just leave for a younger woman. They leave for a softer one with softer feminine energy. A man can watch you age in his arms and still want you like day one unless you kill that vibe. Brutal truth is that desire does not die from a little bit of stretch marks or gray hair. It dies from the eye rolls. It dies when every sentence starts with a correction or when you talk to him like he is incompetent. Also, when you compete with him instead of receive. Nothing turns a man off faster than constant criticism that you call advice, mothering him instead of admiring him, speaking to him with contempt instead of warmth, acting like his presence is a burden and not a gift. Men don't need you to worship them. They need you just to respect them. Respect goes a long way. One soft, "I'm proud of you, honey," hits way harder than a week of wild sex. Porn star sex won't save it if the energy is hostile and cold. He wants you to want him, to look at him like he's your man, not your opponent. He will stay obsessed with you if you make him feel 10 feet tall, even if she's 55 plus with laugh lines, gray hair, and a softer body than the day that they met. They won't care about any of that. Male desire doesn't die when her body changes. It dies when her feminine energy does. When she trades that feminine energy for resentment energy. The body he fell in love with is still there. The woman who made him feel like a king isn't. Men don't fall out of love with you. They fall out of love with who you have turned into. Bring back the warmth or watch him look for it somewhere else. Save this before your man sees it on somebody else's page.
The modern dating market is slowing down. A 2026 survey of unmarried US adults found that only around 30% were actively dating, while many others were single but still interested in relationships. So people haven't necessarily stopped wanting love, they're simply participating less.
This is how you lose a good man fast, because some of you are praying for the man of your dreams, but when he shows up, you're the one driving him away. The fastest way to repel a man of value is disrespect. If you embarrass him, talk down to him in front of others, he is done. Men will tolerate a lot, but they will not tolerate a woman who kills their respect. The second way is chaos. If being with you feels like a full-time job filled with drama, constant arguments, mood swings, and tests, he will not stay. A man of value does not want a second battlefield at home. He wants peace. And the third way, controlling everything. If you won't let him lead, won't trust him to make decisions, won't respect him as a whole man, then what's the point? He is not going to fight for you. He'll just leave. See, you can be beautiful, successful, and independent, but if you are disrespectful, chaotic, and controlling, no man of value will stick around. They just won't. He doesn't need to. He has options, and he will walk away from a woman who drains him. So if you really want to attract and keep the man of your dreams, don't be the woman who destroys him. Be the woman who builds him up. Be the woman who adds peace, respect, admiration, and passion, because the truth is, high-value men don't waste their time where they are not valued. And if you don't get that right, you won't just repel him. You're going to lose him forever and be alone with your cats.
For some men, the calculation has changed. Dating can require time, money, emotional energy, rejection, and eventually serious commitment. When a man already has a career, friends, hobbies, financial goals, and peace, he may question what a relationship adds to his life.
All this, I'm sure you know the ladies that we talked about, you heard the ladies respond. What's your advice to men these days? You see these women advocating for divorce, you coach a lot of men, you said, I'm married to the game, right? So what's your advice for the average dude out there that's looking to have a pretty woman in his life? Should he get married? Should he never get married? How do you raise kids? What's your best approach?
Well, one, I say to that lady who was talking, misery loves company. So, nobody wants to be single and divorced by themselves. Exactly. And as far as dudes, you should never get married. There's no benefit to a man to get married. If you can tell me one, you can tell me one. If one of these ladies wants to give me a benefit for the man, but there's no benefit for a man to get married. Instead, it benefits the woman more, so there's really no point. You know, marriage is what a made-up idea, you know, so I don't need the government and a piece of paper to make you not leave me. You know, you could leave me, you could cheat on me regardless of this paper, so why do we need it? So if you leave, you could take half of what I have. So it's really just not a smart business decision.
So where do you factor in prenups, paperwork, arrangements, right? Because you're 20.
Dating fatigue makes it worse. Endless swiping, ghosting, awkward dates, and unclear intentions can make dating feel like another job. Once someone becomes comfortable alone, the urgency disappears.
When will men learn to take a fucking hint? Last night I walked out of the bar and I was standing there by myself on the street waiting for my Uber. And these guys come up to me and they're like talking to me, trying really hard. I'm like, I have a boyfriend. Do I have a boyfriend? No. They were pretty chill. They walked away. New guy comes up. He's like, hey, what's your name? I'm like, Paige. He's like, when can I see you again? And I was like, I'm not real. That should have been enough of a fucking hint that I didn't want to speak to you. He continues on. He's like, oh my God, me neither. I can tell you're not real. Like, you're beautiful. And I was like, thank you. He's like, can I get your number? I'm like, no, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, I love my boyfriend. And he was like, well, I could be your new boyfriend. And I was like, no, you can't. I love my boyfriend. And I kept going and he kept fucking going. And I was like, when will you understand that if I'm telling you, first of all, if I tell you I'm not real, if I reject giving you my number, that means that I don't want to fucking speak to you. Why is that so hard to understand? Like, when will it get through their heads? If I reject you once, walk away. It's so simple.
A man who enjoys his own company can spend his money on himself, focus on his goals, travel, exercise, and build a life that doesn't depend on romantic attention. That's where the traditional dating script starts breaking down.
I don't trust a man who doesn't have any desire to lock down a good woman. Like, bro, you're telling me you don't want a good woman to build a life with, to be your partner, to want to, like, do all this fun stuff with, to feed your heart, mind, body, and soul? A man who doesn't want to lock down a good woman is a man who will consistently fumble the bag. Take my word for it. And ladies, that is not a man. That is a little boy with man parts, okay? That's just what's happening. So you need to understand that if you are not being locked down, if you are a good woman, if you are a woman who has her shit together, who is smart, who builds her community, who loves herself, that is what makes you a good woman. And if there is a man in your life who is choosing to fumble his bag with you, then that is a boy. That is not.
Men were traditionally expected to approach, pursue, and make the first move. But if fewer men are willing to do that automatically, women may encounter fewer approaches and fewer men actively competing for relationships.
Now, in general, when it comes to acting entitled, this is something that a lot of men do hate. I can tell you, even me personally, I don't like it either. I am a very generous, willing to give kind of guy. But if I feel like you have this entitled attitude and a very unappreciative attitude, I won't want to give you even $1. Like, that's how I'll give so much, but if you act a certain kind of way, I don't want to give anything. And I know a lot of men feel the exact same way and even more negatively about it. And so some of the ladies out there, it reminds me of, I don't want to speak on her, so let me leave that alone. There was a video on, whatever, we're gonna leave that alone. The bottom line is there's a lot of women who the mentality is, well, he's supposed to do that. And I'm the prize.
That's something that before the show, you would never agree with us.
Amazing.
Do y'all remember him saying that before the show? I will never agree with y'all. I would never agree with y'all women. That's what he told us about the show.
You know, I think that we as black people are our own worst critics. We put each other down so much and we just belittle each other so much, and we're the only race of people that does that.
Marriage is changing too. First marriage rates have declined significantly over the past several decades, while more people are becoming comfortable remaining single.
One of the worst things a man can do is get yourself stuck with a broke ass chick. And what I mean by that is the women that are so entitled that they make minimum wage, but they expect you to make over $100,000 a year and pay for her hair, her nails, her outfit for a first date. These are the types of women that think Cheesecake Factory is below them when they cannot even afford Cheesecake Factory for themselves. These are the women that are going to complain that he didn't pay her rent or her cell phone bill after a month of dating. Like, y'all don't even know each other and you have your hand out like you're freaking panhandling. I am so tired of these women having this sense of entitlement that they are expected to be given everything and give nothing in return. You don't want to cook, you don't want to clean, you don't want to take care of a household, you don't want to take care of a man, you don't want to do anything but exist. And most of y'all are lazy, mean, rude, and selfish, and I don't understand why any man would want to put up with that. And I'm talking about modern day society, and I don't know who told y'all that it was acceptable to treat men like shit, but still have your hand out and expect him to pay your way. He's not your father. Dating and the OnlyFans and everything, it all has become just one big legal escort service, and women are proud to do it. But the minute that a man sexualizes a woman, now it's a problem, even though women have no problem sexualizing themselves. Like, make it make sense. It's just absolutely crazy to me. Okay, bye.
But this isn't simply a men versus women story. Women are also choosing independence, careers, friendships, and singlehood. Both sides now have more freedom to opt out. And that's the real shift.
The worst type of woman thinks she expects something by just existing. The entitled woman who thinks, oh, just because I look this way, I deserve this and princess treatment and that. You deserve nothing. Zero. I hate you. You're the worst. I don't like you at all. You're toxic. You're boring. You're stuck up. You're entitled. I don't care if you have fake lips. It's uninteresting to me. What do you bring to the table outside of your fake looks? That's a real question.
Y'all really don't appreciate shit. And this is why chivalry is dead. This is why men don't want to do shit for us anymore. Because the minute you start to not appreciate, but expect shit, I'm not doing it for you. And I'm a woman and I feel that way. And I know men that feel that way. I don't have to do anything for you but respect you. I don't have to send you money. I don't have to spend money on you. I don't have to do any of that.
A woman can reject a man. A man can reject a woman. Neither side is guaranteed romantic attention.
Ladies, this man right here is broke. He's broke. Look at him. Look at him.
I'm gonna take you home. I'm gonna take you back home.
When singlehood becomes comfortable, people become more selective. A relationship has to offer something meaningful: companionship, attraction, trust, stability, or a shared future.
What get you mad, what get you tired? It could be anything. Women that are entitled but don't smell good, don't have money, don't have job, don't have anything going for them, but want you to do for them.
A lot of them are gonna say they don't work job because they are a job though.
They are unemployed and they smell very bad. You cannot be a job if money is not coming in. And money coming in doesn't mean that somebody is giving you money. Please, Indeed.com, get a job.
You're sitting on the couch, you're watching TV, and your life is passing you by.
God bless you.
So are single women really exploding because men are boycotting dating and marriage? The reality is more complicated. Dating participation is down, marriage is less common than it once was, and both men and women are becoming more comfortable outside traditional relationships.
I just want to talk about the men approaching women thing. If you are a man and you are watching this, you have to be not afraid to be rejected. That's part of the game. That's part of being a man. You have to be okay with being rejected. You can't be a beta. You have to go up to women and be fine if she says no. That's it. And it's not a reflection on you. She's just not into you if she says no. But go up to women. If you see a cute girl at the gym, like there's ways you can go up to women that aren't creepy. Like you can be like, hey, do you need a spot? Like say something about their form or just like say hi. Just say hi. It's so easy. If a girl's looking at you at a bar, go up to her. She wants you. If you see a cute girl at a bar, go up to her. You don't even have to buy her a drink. Just say hi. Compliment something about what she's wearing. Compliment like her hair, anything. It's not that hard. It's very easy. So what, you want us to go up to you so the girls have to not be scared to get rejected? That's what it's come to?
The bigger question is what happens next. Will women become more proactive? Will men become even more selective? Or will both sides continue moving away from traditional dating? Because when neither side feels obligated to participate, relationships have to become something people genuinely choose, not something they simply expect.
Men stopped playing by the rules. And now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest